to ISEF Journey to Israel 2021. Please welcome our host for tonight, the international actress and Netflix's show Fauda star, Rona-Lee Shimon.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Israel Scholarship Education Foundation's unique 44th anniversary journey to Israel. I am so excited to be hosting tonight's event from this amazing studio in Herzliya, Israel, and to welcome you all, our wonderful sponsors and donors, members of the board and guests, together with our fantastic ISEF students and alumni. So thank you all for joining us virtually from across the globe, showing your love and support for this amazing organization and Israel's next generation of promising leaders. I'd love it if you could turn on your cameras so that we can see your, to see you live and to see your beautiful faces. So go ahead and turn them on now if you can. Hi, everybody. This is so amazing. This is happening now. Hi. Today we're going to give you a unique glimpse into ISEF's work and the impact it makes on Israeli society and the world. You'll hear the remarkable stories of alumni whose lives have been changed thanks to ISEF's support and the ways that they have given back, changing the lives of thousands more. Then we'll give you an opportunity to show them that you care. ISEFs mission is to empower extraordinary individuals of underserved backgrounds and top academic merit to reach their highest leadership potential, igniting positive change in Israel society.
Israel is a dynamic startup nation that we all love and admire and is recognized the world over for its innovations in medicine, high-tech, and agriculture.
Even as Israel's position in the global economy seems to be secured, it is really threatened. It's not threatened by the hostile neighbors, but rather by social processes that manifested in the outflow of retirees in tech who founded the startup nation. Every year, Israel is losing thousands of trained brain power, and there is only one place left to replenish it in Israel: social and geographic periphery.
It's a paradox that even 73 years after the State of Israel was born, and with all our success, less than 50% of our youth graduate from high school, and even less than that continues to reach for higher education.
Unfortunately, today, there are so many young people from the periphery that are unable to gain higher education. With your support, they can be in higher position in the Israeli society and became the leaders of their own societies.
The students that are coming from the periphery are not always equipped with the right tools in order to succeed in engineering education. We must assist them especially at the first year, in order to overcome the barriers that are facing for their own success and of course for our economic and national success.
This time, Israel really needs them. And our partnership with the government of Israel can take your dollars a really long way. So your support today is more crucial than ever.
Israel has one of the largest gap in the Western world between rich and poor students.
You cannot accept the reality that in the startup nation, we can see that if you live in a high cluster, 50% of the youngsters in those settlements continue and reach higher education. But if you were born and live in a low socioeconomic cluster, only 24% of the youngsters continue to higher education. This is not because of lack of abilities or intelligence, it's because of lack of equal opportunities and the support to do so.
ISEF is a win-win. From one hand, the scholarships allows you to concentrate on your studies. And from the other hand, you can help other young people as yourselves.
ISEF's goal and Zionist mission is to develop the brainpower of its youth in the periphery and close this gap through higher education.
As an ISEF graduate, a former chairman of ISEF Israel, and currently the president of Afeka College of Engineering in Tel Aviv, I deeply appreciate your continued support. Thank you.
The idea of ISEF was in response to what was happening in Israel in the 70s. 70s were a very hard time for Israel. All the immigration was coming, waves of immigration from people from Arab countries. They were different. There was a reaction that I would consider discrimination towards them. And very difficult for those populations arriving that were put in Ma'abarot and sent to development towns where they were not giving access to social mobility. So there is when ISEF came with the idea of using higher education as a way to propel the brightest of the young people in those communities and give them a chance to go to university and change their lives. ISEF takes 400 of the young people from the periphery and through higher education gives them a chance in life. The result of our work is extraordinary. Over 95% graduate, which is way beyond expectation. My work is composing fragrances. The word that is used sometimes, which I hate, is I am a nose. In fact, I'm not a nose, I'm a brain with a nose I'm just speaking like that. Really, I work in the United States, but I make perfumes in Paris and in Milan and in Madrid and all over the world. My work has been very influenced by my growing up in Morocco. Morocco is a land of scents, colors, strong sensations, beautiful panoramas, and strong scents. My father was a pharmacist. He was educated in Spain, but he was a pharmacist in Tangier. He was extracting natural ingredients for pharmaceutical purposes. So he used to take me all over Morocco. I wanted to become a scientist and a chemist, and I pursued that until when I was in university in France. I had to go to a summer stage in the south of France, and I went to Grasse, which is the perfume town in France. And they put me in a room with all the ingredients in front of me. And they parked me there for a month. So I started smelling all these 1,000 ingredients one by one, and became hooked into that profession. That was the beginning. Usually my professional life and my philanthropic life are separate. In a couple of instances, I decided to use my perfume expertise to benefit ISEF. In one of those instances, I gave a master class about the art of perfumery, allowing people to develop their own fragrance. And I had that master class auctioned at a gala. We have graduates in most fields and graduates that excel in most fields. And it goes from college presidents to Knesset members to even one ambassador to mayors, heads of universities and colleges, to in the medical field, people who have done extraordinary work to help society in the field of science. We also have writers, musicians, and if you think about where all of them come from, the periphery, and the chances that they had at the beginning, it's only through the help of ISEF that they were able to accomplish all that.
My name is Tal Ohana. I'm 37 years old. I've born and raised here. I'm fourth generation for Moroccan Jews who came at the 60s to settle here in the Negev of Israel. So yes, I'm very connected to the history and to the future of this town. I've heard in one lecture the name ISEF, and I said, I know this name. It was already the second year, and I started to ask, what is this? What is this? And I knew that it can be a good place for me to grow also in the academic period of my life. שלום, מה שלומכם? איך היו החגיגות של שבועות? כן. וואי וואי וואי, שלום, מה נשמע? They couldn't celebrate Shavuot on time because of the attack, so they do it now after 1 week. Yes. Yom Tov, חמודה, מהממת. I have two main missions. First, to create 1,000 quality jobs in 5 years. Second is to double the town. Now we are 12,000. I wish in 10 years to be 20,000. The narrative was, if you are a successful child, you will go to Tel Aviv. You will not stay on town. The main message is, okay, let's speak together how we designed the next future of this town. So this is the place where all started. It was 2001. I was in the 11th grade. We met every Friday students from Ben Gurion University that came to help us, to empower us in math, in English, in physics. 2 years. ISEF Motorola, this was the name of the project. Nowadays we have here 420 students. 94% of the students got matriculation, and most of them are going to a meaningful service in the IDF. I'm very proud in what's happened here all over the years. I'm very proud to be a graduate of this high school. We can see there fourth generation of Moroccan Jews and also newcomers working together. Nowadays we have different communities. For the past 3 decades we have more and more Zionist religious families that are coming to settle in the town. Our main challenge is to push them to go to the university and not to the public college. So we are in Yerucham Innovation Center, this beautiful place opened 1.5 years ago. You can see here many young adults working hard in their startup companies. I asked ISEF to come and join us because it's a very special story. ISEF is a fourth generation from Moroccan Jews that came and settled here in the 60s. And he and his brother are leading a new company, very successful, hiring more than 50 workers in a full position. He's only 21 years old? 20 years old. Okay, let's make the facts. And his brother graduated Technion and is part of the company. They work from here, from Yerucham. We are very proud because this is the next leadership, the business leadership of this town. Education is the main strategy for social mobility. I think that the best and the most strategic way to create social mobility is to invest in education, and mostly in higher education. I'm the first generation to go to university. My parents didn't have the opportunity to do that. I'm proud to be ISEF graduate. I'm proud to take all those values and to give them meaning in my daily work. The fact that ISEF supported me and gave me the opportunity to complete my degree, I think was very meaningful moment. So thank you for joining me today. I must turn words into action and start my meeting with the best professional head of our social services department. I wish you all the best and just come to visit us in the beautiful desert of Israel.
If you wish to support ISEF students and programs, please pledge today. You can do it in 4 easy ways. For texting to pledge, text the word ISEF 44 to 44321. To receive a call, text your requested pledge to 646-420-0590. You can also send a message to the ISEF support user in the Zoom chat or pledge directly on our website at www.isef.org. What an amazing performance. This was so moving. Ben, are you with us?
Yes.
Yay! First of all, I want to tell everybody, Ben is one of my closest friends, and he's the conductor of Kul Olam. You just saw him, creating this wonderful thing live. Oh my God, I'm so happy to see you.
Me too.
Yeah, so can you tell us, how did you come up with this concept of Kul Olam?
Yes, I would love to. I just first want to say that I'm really excited to be here with you, and I feel very grateful to be here. And I would like to tell a few words about Kul Olam. Kul Olam is actually a social musical initiative for collaborative creation, as you said. We basically produce mass singing events of thousands of people that are non-musicians, and in a process of 2 hours, they become from individuals that don't know each other's, like thousands of them. They become from individuals to one unite group that have a shared creation. And there is something very magical that's happening there. So how did it all start? So before Kul Olam, I had created another initiative called Vokatikva, which is an association for vocal ensembles for at-risk youth in, as we said, like difficult neighborhoods. And the process of Vokatikva is to give them, this youth, a place to be heard and to create leadership and social awareness through music. But the question of yours is about how we started Kul Olam. So in one of my concerts with Vokatikva, I sat on the stage in our a cappella groups of Vokatikva. We created harmony not through instruments. We create harmony through people, and we really wanted to find a way to inspire everyone to be part of it. And at the end of this concert, I met a person. His name is Or Teicher. He's one of my co-founder in Kul Olam. And he said to me, I have an idea how to realize this vision to everyone, to all the people and people that are non-musicians. And I said, wow, this is an amazing idea, and I would love to do that. So we set on a journey with Michal. She's my other co-founder, to figure out how we can teach like large group of people that they are non-musician, and how we can teach them to sing together in harmony in 45 minutes.
How did ISEF influence this idea?
Well, actually ISEF, every Friday when I been part of ISEF, and I'm still I feel like I'm part of a family. So every Friday, as part of the scholarship program, I would meet with 100 other scholarship students, and they actually coming from another background. They study another things like law and government and international relations. And I came from music, and I asked myself at the beginning, like, what am I doing here? But the longer this meeting progressed and I came to know these amazing people, I actually understand how much they want to influence the society for better. And I felt like I had to find my own unique way for social influence. And I think this is one of the things that goes with me from ISEF to what I'm doing today with Kul Olam and Vokatikva.
That is so incredible and so inspiring. And thank you so much for being here with us tonight and for being so amazing and inspirational. So thank you. Our next honoree, winners of the ISEF's Lifetime Achievement Award, are Chaim and Judith Morag.
A young Moroccan guy from a family of 10 brothers and sisters decided to make Aliyah and to change his life. Chaim met his wife Judith during his army service in the Nahal. In 1962, the young couple had the opportunity to travel to the United States on a Zim freighter. Haim saw this as a chance to learn English and jumpstart his post-baccalaureate studies. The travel of Haim and Judith became a long, meaningful life and career in the U.S. Judith had more than a 30-year career at the Educational Testing Service in Princeton, New Jersey. Haim was the executive director of Jewish federations in Connecticut and New York. In that role, he designed educational programming, met local Jewish needs, and raised money for Israel. In 2019, fulfilling their commitment to themselves that their time in the United States will be temporary, they returned to live in Israel. Determined to give back, they have been key supporters of the Jewish community for decades, and ISEF has been lucky enough to be one of their beneficiaries. Haim and Judith's donation to ISEF enables young Israelis of North African descent to further their education and achieve their dreams through higher education.
Hi, my name is Meirav Ben-Ari. I'm 45 years old. I'm a member of the Israeli Knesset, and I'm very proud to be in the ISEF family. I'm a very proud graduate of ISEF family, and I know that because of ISEF, I'm here in my place today, here in the Knesset. So I grew up in Netanya. I live in a poor neighborhood with my mom. She raised me and my sister as a single mom. And we have economy issues. So when I was like 13, I got a job. Of course, I was still studies. And I decided that I will go to the academia because my mom, she finished her school when she was 14 years old. I wanted to be a lawyer to help the poor people when they fighting the establishment. That was my dream, but during my internship, I understand that maybe I need to do something different than being a lawyer, although it was my dream, but how do I actually change a society, not just being a lawyer and fight for other people? And when I was like 14 years old, I built a shelter for all the kids in my neighborhood so they can study, do their homework. And I saw the gap in my neighborhood between the people, and I understand that this is something that we need to improve as a society. And I opened my first centers in 2006. I opened my first center in Netanya. It was called Through Challenge. It was a center for education and sport for youth at risk. And in 2008, I built another center in Herzliya called Through the Waves. If I had the opportunity to change my life through the scholarship that I got as a student of ISEF student in the IDC, so I can give them the tool to change their life and go to the academia, got the scholarship of ISEF, and then go back to the community and change their life. And I think that when I did my volunteering in ISEF, I understand that this is my dream and this is what I want to do. You're not just another student that gets scholarship. You have responsibility to other people. I think this is the main goal of ISEF. And as an MK, as member of the Knesset, you can actually change people's life, but not just in Netanya, in the whole country. It's not just doing your job, but think about the other, think about society. But I think that maybe if you say it's not like everyone that they have the ISEF scholarship, but most of them, they truly understand that they have a mission, that it's more than getting a job or just do money in life. And ISEF give you the opportunity to think different, to understand that you can very good in your job, but you have to take care of others. Even now, almost 20 years from the day that I finished my degree. And I still see ISEF as a way, as a changing people, not just a scholarship.
Hello, my name is Moti Maimon. I come from Bnei Brak, which is a city in the center of Israel. This is my third year in ISEF. I'm finishing my degree in political science and history, and next year I will begin a degree in law.
Hi, my name is Mira Finkelstein, and I'm studying my master's degree in the Hebrew University in computer science. I'm originally from Yerucham. It's in South Israel, small town. and I'm a leadership coordinator in ISEF.
Hi, my name is Mazi Kuzi. I was born and grew up in Lod to a family who made Aliyah from Istanbul, Turkey. I'm the first and only member of my family to obtain a high school diploma, and now I'm working on my PhD at the Tel Aviv University.
What does ISEF mean to you?
ISEF is my home. It's the place where I meet my fellow sisters and brothers. I don't require code switching or language alternation. I can just be myself. And what is ISEF for you, Moti?
Well, besides it being a home and a community, I think it's just a great teacher. It has taught me and gave me so many tools to go back to my community, go back to the places that I come from, and help raise something new, help like create something new for people like me, like us.
ISEF gave me like my identity, because I really feel comfortable to be whenever I like to be in ISEF, and it's like give me a confidence. And the second part, and I think it's like the important one, that near all the academic achievement and all the studies, we gave to the community a lot. We're teaching young kids and we're serving our community, and it's like really powerful, and I'm really happy to do it.
When I came to ISEF and when I came to the university, I really felt a stranger, and I didn't know who I was within this big house of books. And then I found who I was and what is my identity. And it's very important if you want to go back to where you come from and help others.
Hi, Snat.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. I wanted to ask you what house you grown up in?
Actually, I was born in a very interesting neighborhood in Beersheba. My parents came from Iraq and Morocco, so we didn't have much money, but still I understood that if I want to be in another place at the Israeli society, I have to go to study as much as possible.
How did ISEF actually help you?
The money is a very important help, but it's not just the money. It's the community and I'm part of the community that can help you and be part of the leaders of the Israeli community. So this is why I'm very engaged in every event that ISEF students are part of.
What message do you have for ISEF students?
I say just do it, and you have to know that you are not alone. You have the entire community of ISEF with you, the entire road. I would like to say to the donors that every dollar you give help someone in ISEF go out, exit the vicious circle of poverty, and going the long road to be significant leader in the Israeli society.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It was a true pleasure and honor to be your host. Your pledges and ongoing support for our students mean the world and make everything possible. This concludes the main session of tonight's unique journey. A reminder to board members, ticket holders, and their guests, don't go anywhere, because in 90 seconds you'll be sent automatically to your private rooms where you'll meet and talk with some of ISEF's most promising students and prominent alumni. Good afternoon and good night. I'm Rona-Lee Shimon, and I really hope to see you soon. I hope to see you soon next year in person. So bye, good luck, and thank you so much.